What's going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 6 now of the Barcelona B career mode. And in this episode we're mainly going to be playing, we're going to be playing 2 league games, and we're firstly going up against CD Mirandes, and I have no idea who they are once again. And this series may get a little bit stale, and that's probably why I might only have it for one season. I'll just see what kind of feedback I get after doing one season with this team. But we're going into this game being unbeaten so far in the league, and you can see we're currently 4th. We haven't lost a game. We've drawn 1 though, so we've got 3 losses and 1 draw. No losses, of course. We are unbeaten in the league, and that is brilliant. Although a lot of other teams are also unbeaten. I think 3 other or 4 other teams are unbeaten, and it's going to be very hard to get to the top of the table, that's for sure. But we're playing Kepa in this game, as well. It was fitness issues, and what a great save there for a player that has 57 handling, which is absolutely atrocious. That is a really good save, and I noticed he was pulling off some quite good saves for the kind of player that he was with the stats that he had. I mean, that could have easily been a goal, with his handling issue that he has. But hopefully he will grow and his handling will improve as the series goes on. But you can see that Dani Nieto gets put through here, but he gets muscled back by the defenders. And in the end, the goalkeeper comes out and it's an easy catch from him. And that probably could have been a goal there. I'm not sure though. But you can see that it's a poor goalkeeper kick. And, well, we almost get a really good chance here, and I really did feel like I was dominating the game in this first half. And this team, sometimes it can be really hard to play with. Like, I don't know. It just feels really like stiff to play with. And Marco Bueno gets put through here from Deulofeu, has a volley, takes it down, but unfortunately it didn't go into the back of the net. That would have been a sensational goal, and that was kind of the tone of the first half. We had a lot of chances, but we couldn't really take them that well. And Deulofeu gets put through here in the 45th minute. A chance through, lots of space, has a shot, hits the crossbar. That would have been a fantastic goal near post. But unfortunately, we couldn't get it to make it 1-0 in the 45th minute. And that means that we go into half time and it's 0-0. And I guess that's a good result considering we're away from home. And, hopefully we can keep up this unbeaten streak. Just because we get a draw doesn't mean we're beaten. I don't call that beaten, well, because it's not a loss. So, as long as we don't get a loss in this game, I'm more than happy, But you can see that it was 50-50 possession at half-time. And you can see here Marco Bueno really just wasn't working out. Like, everything that he tried to do, it just wasn't good enough. And he gets very close there with a header, though, but the goalkeeper's in front of him and manages to parry that out. And that was kind of the tone for the game. I couldn't really find any good chances. This team is quite hard to find chances with. I don't know why. It's such a solid team, especially with these kind of teams that we're coming up against, in this league. But you can see that was a really good through ball. But luckily, Kepa managed to make a great save again. And, I don't know. He seems to be a good goalie, but I think he kind of has his off days a lot of the time. But right here you can see Dongu Shafak manages to make it 1-0 in the 70th minute. It took till the 70th minute for me to finally break the deadlock. And Dani Nieto with a great cross. And I've noticed with this Dongu guy, he's not the tallest, but he's very fast. And his jumping's like 91 or something ridiculous like that. Although his heading accuracy isn't the best, which is kind of strange really. And they get very close there. And luckily we just managed to hold a good defence there, because if that triple tap cross managed to get through, that would have been an easy goal, because Kepa had already tried to dive out of the way to, well, kind of save the ball from going in, because he saw the striker making a move. But you can see here in the 84th minute, we have another chance here. Deulofeu going through, making moves happen, and, well, I don't know what happened there, but Douglas Costa picks up the ball and manages to shoot into the back of the net. The goalkeeper didn't even do anything about that. And in the 86th minute, we make it 2-0, and that's another debut goal. 2 debut goals in this episode already, and that is really good for our players' morale. They'll be really boosted from that. And Douglas Costa is really good. I'm really enjoying playing with him. He's probably the second most enjoyable player on the team, behind Deulofeu. But you can see we pick up a 2-0 win, and Kepa managed to make a really, really nice kind of performance there, boosting my confidence in him. Because when I did play him in one of the games, he was trash, but he's really come out and shown me that he should be in the first team, and he's going to be in the first team in the next couple of games, actually, because, I don't know, if he's playing well, I just don't feel I should replace him. But you can see we're going into a game here against Murcia, I think that is. Once again, I have no idea who they are, and maybe I should search up these teams, I'm not sure, but it's Real Murcia CF, and of course we're going on to world class, and we still got Kepa in goal. We've got Ajeti and Edgar, because they're really, really solid centre-backs, especially Ajeti. He's really, really good. I'm glad I picked him up. He's got a lot of potential as well, and you can see that we're currently 4th. And look at that, like, it's ridiculous. Like, Real Zaragoza and RCD Mallorca are currently, joint top, and it's going to be really hard to get them off of there. But you can see we pick up a corner early on in the game, in the 10th minute, and Douglas Costa has ridiculous crossing ability. Like, it doesn't actually show on his actual kind of stats. I think he's got about 70 crossing, but for some reason, I think it's probably because of his curve. He is really, really good at corners, and we almost scored there. I think that was with Edgar, but unfortunately he couldn't tuck it into the back of the net in the 11th minute. And we could have been 1-0 up there straight away, but you can see here that they pick up the ball from what is a really, really good, goal kick. And I don't know what they were doing there. If he would have taken a touch and then finessed it, that probably would have beaten Kepa, because Kepa still doesn't have the best stats in the world. He's got balanced stats for the overall that he's currently at, but they're not brilliant. I'd prefer him to have really good diving and reflexes rather than balanced stats that he does have. But you can see here they get very, very close here. And, wow, that was one of the most ridiculous goals that I've ever seen in my life. Like, how's that gone into the back of the net? Like, I don't know. Was it scripting? Is scripting existing in this game? I don't know. But to strike a volley like that, for a player of his calibre, like, I don't understand how that's gone in. It's a really nice goal, though. And if I would have scored that, I would have gone nuts. But unfortunately, I didn't. And now we're 1-0 down. And will this be the end to our unbeaten streak in this league? I really hope it's not. But, I was confident that we could score from the kickoff, because, there wasn't much in the game, and Rodri really wasn't working out, you can see here. Although he does make a really, really good cross, but unfortunately Dani Nieto wasn't in the perfect place. But he picks it up again, and the goalkeeper takes him out, but nothing occurs of that. And that means that we go into half-time, and it is 1-0 to them. And that, I don't know how that goal went in, because unless he has ridiculous volleys or something, I just don't get it. That was such a great goal, and I just feel like crap for conceding that. They had 4 shots and 2 on target. We were really being dominated in that first half, but I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't get the ball. Every time I got the ball, they intercepted it, and, it was the same story in the early parts of the second half. Nothing was going my way, but Kepa managed to save it, and, thank God that Kepa's currently, on a little bit of form. But you can see here, Dani Nieto gets put through here in the 55th minute. Can we get anything from this? I can see Dongu making a run. I brung him on, and he has a header, but unfortunately he can't follow it up and put it into the back of the net. That was a really good save, and the goalkeeper was having a really good game, to be honest. And you can see here Douglas Costa with an amazing cross to the middle. And that could have been, another goal for Dongu right there. But unfortunately, the goalkeeper was in front of him. And, once again, Dongu making play happen. And Delafeu with a volley there. But unfortunately, the goalkeeper saved it. It was right into the goalkeeper's path. So, it was no chance of beating him. And it was just a simple save, to be honest, in the end. And, I decided it was time to bring on some subs, as it was the 70th minute. And a lot of players were tired, like Pedro Albiang, but I didn't really want to bring him off. I only had 1 sub left, and I thought it'd be smart to bring on Grimaldo, because he's a really good and fast left back, and he can push up the pitch, and we needed that goal desperately, because I really didn't want to be beaten in the league. But to be honest, I wasn't actually thinking about that at that moment. I was just thinking about getting the goal. I had no idea that we were still unbeaten in the league, and that pressure wasn't really on me, and Douglas Costa here taking the corner, of course, because he's got ridiculous corners, and yes, Ajeti managed to get his debut goal for the club. What a great way to score as well, you know, bringing us back into the game in the 72nd minute, levelling it up, and that was a really good cross once again. I think Douglas Costa's already got 3 assists in this episode from corners, and that is absolutely ridiculous, but you know, his curve is really good, so you're going to expect that from him, and you can see it's full time, and we draw the game 1-1, and that's an alright result, you know. It's not the end of the world. At least we're not unbeaten, just put it that way. And you can see it was a very even game. It could have gone either way, although I had a few more shots on target, one more shot on target actually, but we were being dominated in possession. But guys, if you've enjoyed this episode of Career Mode and want more Career Mode from me, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.